Let me introduce our first guest. Some people call him Richard, but most call our fire chief Andy Anderson. Is that to put Frank out in case he gets too hot?
Exactly, I've seen him play before. This is my Bruce Springsteen.
Okay. How many firefighters are in the town, by the way?
We got 24 firefighters, and they're doing their things, protecting this town 24/7.
Okay. And what does it take to be a firefighter in town?
Dedication. You got to get over that fear of claustrophobia, and basically just the love of doing something for your citizens.
Okay. And we have a pretty dedicated crew here, right?
Definitely, most definitely.
Yeah. How can we help you as citizens do your job better?
Well, one of them would be is your smoke alarms and CO alarms. Please, every month, test your smoke alarms. There's a push button on there. Every time the clocks change, if you could change your batteries, that's important. Smoke alarms, make sure you have them on all 3 floors if you have them. And CO alarms have to be outside any bedroom area. So if you have bedrooms in the basement, it's got to be there. Okay. That's the law.
Okay, wonderful. And that's the law. What happens if you don't do it?
You'll be paid a visit by Brian. I'm the good cop, he's the bad cop.
Okay. With Christmas coming up, what is the average response time? We have a good response time here, don't we?
Most definitely. 6 minutes, 24 seconds is the average for the entire year. And remember, we cover Perth South as well. And we have an average of 16 firefighters show up for every call.
And how do they get called to the fire?
Once you call 911, that goes to Stratford. They page us right here, and it also shows up on our phone. And you guys probably hear the air raid sirens go off as well. I know the townspeople love to hear that, and it lets you know your boys are going to work. And if you see those green flashing lights, make sure you pull over and let them get in there, because we got to get to that emergency.
Okay, great. Now, with Christmas coming up, what are some of the precautions people should take for Christmas?
Yeah, I got a few here to be honest with you, with some of with trees and such like that. So, did you guys know that a tree, if it holds 1 gallon of water, has got to be filled every 2 days? So it's very important that you make sure that you keep checking that that level.
You don't have to do an artificial tree, though.
Oh no, we're good with that. I know as we start to put up our decorations and such, try to keep that tree away from any of your doors and that. Lights are another one important. If they're broken, cracked, anything like that, discard them. Go down to Canadian Tire Home Hardware, grab another set there, put those ones up. Make sure 3 strands is the maximum that you can connect together. You don't want to go anything beyond that. And the other thing for the lights is if you're going to go to sleep, you're leaving home, please make sure that you turn them off. A couple of the other ones here that are really important to us so that we don't have to pay a visit in a bad way is candles. Make sure they're in a nice steady container. At the end of the night, same thing. If you're leaving the room, you're going to bed or something like that, make sure you blow them out and keep them away from the children. Make sure they're back off the way.
Oh, come over here. I want you to see this.
Oh, sure.
We have some candles here. Look at our candle. What's really good about our candle?
Well, they're battery operated, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, so you have battery operated ones. Yeah. They look just like real, but you know, they don't. There's no chance of fire.
No, exactly. No, those are good ones compared to the real ones. But still, people like to have real ones, but we just ask you to be extra careful with that. A couple of the other ones is decorations. If you have those glass decorations, you know, the glass really nice ones, try to place them a little bit higher so that children or pets aren't touching them. They break, and then you have glass and that, so that's a good safety precaution right there. And fireplaces. Here's another one here. Ensure all your decorations that are a safe distance from the fireplace. Make sure that you have a wire or mesh or glass mesh in front of it. And try not to burn any wrapping paper or evergreen boughs because that'll set it off, right? So, yeah, that's right.
Okay. The other thing is what about carbon monoxide? That can be a huge problem.
It is, and it's becoming, with Carbon Monoxide Week and that awareness, people are a lot more aware of it. So that's why we say that you have to have a bylaw outside of any of your sleeping quarters. So the thing is, same thing, you test those. Remember, those have a shelf life sometimes about 8 years. So don't be surprised, 8 years it comes around and it starts acting funny on you. That's probably what it is, so you're just going to have to replace it. So check the date on the side. They all have dates on the side.
Well, my wife has accused me of acting funny on her a long time. What is the most common problem you have at Christmas? People calling you for?
I would probably say it's the same thing. They ask our advice. Brian Leverton is my fire prevention officer. I'm really glad I got him. So when they call in, they're asking our advice, such as trees, lighting. Can you check our carbon monoxide? We have gas detectors and that. So, you know, like I said, go through your precautions with the smoke and alarms and that. But if you're not sure, call us because it's so deadly, right? We have to be careful of that.
So you don't mind if people have a problem if they call you up and say, "Cook, can you come over and have a look?"
Hopefully 2 o'clock in the afternoon instead of 2 at night. Although, guess what? They tend to go off at 2 o'clock in the morning, so I'm there for you.
Right. Okay. Andy, thank you for coming in. And one last thing. Okay, let's hear it.
I got a prize right here, an extinguisher. Yeah, for the one that can answer this question. What is the difference of a ULC, the label on electrical lighting, green and compared to red? Which one? Green. Green is indoor outdoor? No. There you go. That's the first one to answer.
Red is indoor and outdoor. That's the answer.
You got an extinguisher. Oh, there we go.
I hope that didn't put her out too much.
No, not too much, no.
I hope that didn't put her out too much. Thank you. Thank you for coming in, Andy. And along with you, I'd like to wish everybody a safe Christmas.